May 5, 1821. The most feared man in Europe lies dying on a lonely island in the South Atlantic. His empire, gone. His armies, defeated. His enemies, victorious. But Napoleon Bonaparte would leave behind one last mystery. Because more than a century later, scientists studying his hair discovered something chilling. Traces of poison. Did Britain's greatest enemy die naturally? Or was he murdered in exile? After his final defeat at Waterloo in 1815, Napoleon was captured by the British and sent to St. Helena, a tiny, remote island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It was one of the most isolated places on Earth, impossible to escape, surrounded by cliffs and guarded by British soldiers. There at Longwood House, the former emperor lived under constant surveillance. His health began to decline, stomach pain, fatigue, vomiting. By 1821, he was gone. The official cause, stomach cancer. His loyal followers believed otherwise. They whispered that their emperor had been poisoned by the British, silenced forever to prevent his return. For over a century, that theory remained a rumor, until the 1960s. A group of scientists studying locks of Napoleon's hair, preserved by his family and followers, made a shocking discovery. The samples contained high levels of arsenic, a deadly poison that was once called the inheritance powder. It was odorless, tasteless, and almost impossible to detect in the 19th century. Suddenly, the whispers of assassination didn't sound so crazy anymore. Arsenic poisoning could explain Napoleon's symptoms: hair loss, stomach pain, and slow deterioration. Some believed he was poisoned by a servant. Others suspected a slow, deliberate plan by British officials who wanted to ensure he never left St. Helena alive. When scientists compared the arsenic levels to modern standards, they were 10 times higher than normal. It seemed undeniable. Napoleon had been murdered. Newspapers called it Napoleon's revenge from the grave. Even his death, it seemed, had embarrassed his enemies. But the story didn't end there. In the 1990s, new forensic tests analyzed more hair samples from different points in Napoleon's life, even from when he was a young man, long before his exile. The results? All the samples contained high arsenic levels. It wasn't proof of murder. It was evidence of environmental exposure. At the time, arsenic was everywhere, in hair products, medicines, even in the green dye used on Napoleon's wallpaper at Longwood House. Scientists realized that the humid island air might have released arsenic gas from the wallpaper dye, slowly poisoning him over years. So maybe there was no assassin, no grand conspiracy, just a fallen emperor, surrounded by loyal friends and toxic walls. The same ambition that built empires had led him to an island where even the paint was deadly. Whether he was murdered or simply a victim of his era, Napoleon's story didn't end in exile. Over a century later, his hair told the world a secret even he couldn't. A final message from beyond the grave. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more mysteries that history tried to bury.